Hi guys, Robo46 and welcome to the penultimate round of Robo's Racing League on MotoGP 15 on the Xbox One. This time we're racing at Phillip Island. Let's have a look at qualifying. Dylan was on pole. Well, both him and one racer yet again doing exactly the same time. Emil just 0.3 behind in third and me just 0.7 behind in fourth. Matt was also 0.7 behind in fifth, as was Brandy Scales in sixth. Our Moorland was exactly a second behind, and Biker disconnected during qualifying, but did reconnect for the race. Let's go onto the grid now. And yeah, penultimate race. One more to go after this. Hoping for a good result. I do like Phillip Island apart from one specific corner which I cannot stand. But let's get it on! I actually probably got my best start that I've ever got in this league. Yeah, into fourth at the moment. But for some reason, I don't know why, but first lap for me was pretty shite. I went wide here, so did everyone else to be fair. Actually, back up to fourth, but then, I don't know. It's like I didn't know where the throttle was half the lap. I just took it way too slow, went wide here, so I had to come off the throttle. Back down to seventh, into Honda hairpin. And yeah, not a lot going on. Front six at the moment, we're actually starting to pull away from it. I don't know what I was doing. I just couldn't get going. I needed to pull my finger out, but for some reason I just struggling on the first lap after that really good start. Still down in seventh, and there's a gap there already. This corner we're coming up to now is the one that I cannot stand, just because it's so easy to lose the front, especially on hard braking. Sometimes when you brake really hard, you just end up doing a stoppy down the hill. So you have to let off the brake and then you just go onto the grass and it all goes horribly wrong. I've got a pretty good exit at the last corner. But still in seventh place at the moment, which is pretty poor if I'm honest. One racer in the lead at the moment. Biker last, about a year behind. So Matt's in sixth. So it's time to see if I can get some places back. I've managed to catch back up to them. Quite a few of them went wide just a minute ago. But yeah, I just needed to try and pull my finger out and get some places back. Into Honda hairpin. Matt taking a very strange line there. But right back with him again. Now I was hoping that I could make some places up now. That was right with him. Definitely going a lot quicker than what I did on the first lap. I didn't even know what I was doing, fucking napping or something. That went over the curb there, which meant he went really wide there. So up the inside, we're into sixth place. Now waiting for this horrible corner. Downhill we go. Went a bit wide, Matt comes through, back down to seventh. He went wide himself on the entrance to the second to last corner, so I come back through into sixth. Bit of a gap up to fifth place now. Matt comes back through, but I get a better exit. Go over the curb though, so lose some drive. Matt comes past in the slipstream. Start of lap 3, and I'm still in seventh, and back up to sixth. Back down to seventh. And then get better drive up the inside, back up to sixth place. Another crash for Biker. Right, so that's a pretty big gap, probably about half a second now, up to fifth place. 0.7, so 3/4 of a second. But I'm in sixth, and Matt hasn't tried to retake me yet. So, well, I was going to say looking good at the moment, but not really, because too far back at the moment. Still need to try and close that gap and try and get some more places. Moorland getting ahead of Brandy Scales. So Brandy Scales is in fifth now. He's 0.8 ahead, so that gap is actually increasing, which is not good. So we go really wide, and then take a late apex, and into the horrible corner again. Someone went really wide there, losing 2 places. I believe that was Dylan. Almost losing 2 places anyway. Down to 4th he is. And then trying to get a decent drive out the last corner. Trying to catch back up to him. See what it is over the finish line. That is the end of lap 3 already. Pretty short circuit, Phillip Island. So it doesn't take long to knock off the laps. It's actually a second up to Brandy in 5th now. So that gap just extending a bit too much. I'm pulled away from Matt quite nicely. Morland and Brandy's still fighting. 1 racer in the lead still. I think Emil was 2nd. And you had Dylan in 3rd, Brandy in 5th, Morland in 4th. But they've all caught up again. So that group has become one, but a crash there for Emil. So back into 5th place I go. And then he comes through. Now I'll try to go up the inside. Almost do it. But he manages to cut back slightly. Then into the horrible corner again. There we go. There's that ender I was talking about. But managing not to lose too much time. Now trying to stay on the back of him. 1 race at the moment. Got a bit of a gap. But 2nd, 3rd and 4th right together. They get pretty good drive out but go on the grass, which doesn't help. But luckily I managed to get in the slipstream a little bit so I don't lose too much time. And then catch up back to Emil as he went really wide on the exit the first corner. And wide entrance there. Back on him. And try to go around the outside, but not quite. So we get ready to go into Honda Hairpin. Try to outbrake him. He went a little bit wide there, but cut it back for a late apex. Managed to stay in 5th place. Up the inside. He gets a better drive out. Still separated by absolutely nothing according to the split times. And we go back through into 5th. Back down to 6th. We're actually catching 4th place. Someone went really wide there. I think that may have been Brandy. Yes, it was. So everyone kind of closing back up again. 1 racer not getting away. I'll try to get in Emil's slipstream again. So we start lap 6. I set my personal best lap, faster than what I'd done in time trials. I go up the inside into 5th place. Tries to come back through. Does. So back down to 6th. Into Honda Hairpin again. Brandy went a little bit wide, so catching back up. Probably the closest the racing's been for quite a while. Usually 1 race has got quite a big gap by this point. We're over halfway through the race. But he's just there. He's just ahead of us. We got the inside again. I actually didn't realise how long this battle actually went on for, because when I was doing the race, it just seemed like it wasn't. It was over pretty quick. A crash there for Dylan, who was actually in the lead at that point. So he drops back down to 6th place. And we're up to 5th. And we need to try and get past Emil again. Ain't got many laps left. This race definitely went really, really quickly. It's just one of those races, really enjoyed it, and I mean, it's a short track anyway, so it went pretty quick, but yeah, when you enjoy it more, it does go a lot quicker. Trying to get up to 4th on the inside. And Emil goes very wide. And we're in 4th place. Not that far away from 3rd. So it's looking pretty good at this point. Considering where we were on the first couple of laps and we were down in 7th place. Crash for Emil, really weird crash. I don't actually know what happened to him. I just saw his rider fly in front of me. Dylan obviously moves up to 5th. Could I catch up to Brandy? One racer was in the lead. Moorland close in 2nd place. Brandy in 3rd. I'm in 4th at the moment. So we cross the start-finish line again. 3/4 of a second up to Brandy, so not really closing in on him, but he did go wide at the first corner, which allowed me to close up a little bit. Just trying to keep it nice and smooth for once and keep it going. 0.6, so come down to 10th. It's 1.7 back to Dylan in 5th. On the hairpin, Brandy went wide again there. I went wide as well, missed the apex. So close at the moment. 3/4 of a second still. Dylan had closed up a couple of tenths. Only a couple laps left to go. Randy went wide there, I go wide on the exit. 1.5 back to Dylan still. So we come round to the final corner as we get ready to start the penultimate lap. But at the moment, not looking like I'm going to catch Brandy because that gap is pretty much stabilised around 0.7. In fact, I think it's gone up even more now. Yeah, it's gone over a second. Try not to make any mistakes because I know that Dylan will be all over me like a rash. Yeah, that gap really big now. 1.1, 0.9 back to Dylan, so he'd really close the gap down. But again, the lead is not that far ahead. It's the last sector of the lap to finish now. Gonna close up another 10th. So we go into the horrible corner. Brandy has a massive moment and ends up crashing, which means that I go into 3rd place. I almost had a crash myself because as soon as I saw him go down, I put the front brake on even more, which I could feel it vibrating in the left trigger. Dylan moves up to 4th place. He just saw an arrow appear there, so he's right behind me now. As we come round to start the final lap. 2.8 up to our Moorland now. You see that arrow, Dylan, is there, and I make a mistake into the second corner, go really, really deep, and almost have a crash as my rear let go. And both Dylan and Brandy Scales come past. I've got a fight on my hands trying to get in front of them. But now we're going to cut over to one racer who is in the lead. And he still has Moreland right behind him. You can see that arrow behind. He's only separated by 3/4 of a second. And this is of course the last lap. So come downhill. Just 2 corners left to go. And it's not looking like our Moreland is going to attack. Just the final corner now. And that's it. One racer takes the win. Yet another win for him. With our Moreland in second. But back to our battle at Honda Hairpin. I'm up to 4th as I get ahead of Brandy Scales. Dylan goes a little bit wide there. Try to get a better drive out. Don't quite manage it as my rear twitches. Still in 4th at the moment. So we started going uphill. Didn't want to crash at this corner, so I tried to brake a bit early. But I actually almost do crash. My rider gets flicked out the seat. In that moment, just letting the other 2 get away just slightly. Brandy trying to attack Dylan. But that is it. That is the end of the penultimate race for Robo's Racing League on MotoGP 15, the Moto2 League. Final results: one racer took the win, closely followed by Moreland in second. Dylan was 3rd. Brandy Scales 4th. I was 5th. Emil ended up in 6th. Matt was 7th. And Biker was 8th. So let's have a look at the championship. Obviously, one racer now. He has won the championship. So congratulations to him. He has 208 points. Impossible for anyone to catch him. Dylan is in 2nd. He extends his lead a little bit over Emil in 3rd. Just 8 points separate them. I'm still in 4th, but only 3 points ahead of our Moreland now. Brandy Scales in 6th. Biker 7th. GSXR Matt in 8th. Moreland 97 in 9th. The postman didn't race. He's still in 10th. And Pistol is still in 11th. The second page of the championship is still the same, with typical Mikey in 12th, Endrick 13th, I Am Cyborg in 14th, Colonel Carlos 15th, and Chand in 16th. So one race to go. It is going to be at Valencia, and it's actually happening tonight because I can't do another Friday race for 3 weeks now. So spoke to the guys, they can all do tonight, and it's happening. And there's going to be a few rule changes because it is going to be like the last league race that I do on MotoGP 15 before the new game comes out. So mixing it up a bit. Basically, what I've announced so far, I'm still announcing the stuff throughout today and just before the race actually starts, is that we've all got to use the Ioda suitors. The race is going to be 15 laps because there's not going to be any qualifying. And tyre wear is going to be switched on and bike damage is going to be on heavy. That's all I've announced to those guys at the moment. I will announce more throughout the evening before the race starts. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you.